Wait, purple is the road color, right? And the value just went, wow, that caught it. Do you think that you could do like a Goku instant transmission and like just have me appear sitting down? What's up YouTube, Gamerix back with another video, and today I am bringing you guys my top 10 most valuable pops in my collection. So some of the pops I have may be grails considered for most people, but a lot of them actually are just some older pops that I was able to get my hands on. So before we kick off the actual top 10, I did want to do some honorary mentions. So first, at the 13th spot on my collection is the Road Lakers jersey, Kobe Bryant, number 8. I am a lifelong Lakers fan. I've been a fan my entire life. I was able to see Kobe play in Staples Center. Now it's Crypto.com Arena. But I've been to a few games. I actually got to shoot a half-court shot. If I can find the picture, we'll put that in here. It's pretty dope. One of the really cool things about the pop, I loved it. If you guys do know, follow basketball, Kobe actually changed his jersey from 8 to 24, and this is number 24 in the NBA line. And currently the trending value on this is $380. But this is number 13th most valuable pop in my collection, but personally it's in my top 5. All right, and at number 12 of my most valuable pops in my collection is the 2013 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive metallic red Hulk. Now, of course, part of me having my name comes from Hulk being my favorite superhero, and so I try to get my hands on every single Hulk pop that I can, and this one was an absolute must for me. I got this pop shortly after I started collecting. I do have the non-metallic version as well. It's somewhere here in the wall, I'm not sure, I can't find it. But I want to say probably around 2015, I was really going after a lot of the older San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, so 2012, 2013, 2014, and I was able to get this one. I did not get it at the con or at the time of the con, but I got a really good deal on it. Currently, the trending value on this is $430. All right, so before we get into the top 10 most valuable pops in my collection, we're gonna get the last honorable mention, which technically is the first pop that I ever purchased, kind of, sort of. Legolas Greenleaf from The Hobbit. This is the Hot Topic exclusive with a current trending value of $490, and I paid retail, and this was back when Hot Topic was buy one get one half off plus hot cash. So I was able to get like 4 t-shirts, this, the other pop, and it was a steal. And this was the first of 2 pops that I brought home before it got out of control and out of hand. And yeah. But big fan of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, seen all the movies, own all the movies, and definitely had to have this in the collection. All right, so now we are starting at number 10. And this was actually a surprise to me, but kind of not sort of because of what happened. I know that didn't make any sense, but it does when you see this is Moon Knight, 2017 LA Comic-Con exclusive. This pop, I don't remember the trending value before the Moon Knight show dropped on Disney Plus. I think that's solely responsible for the value of this pop shooting up. It pretty much skyrocketed probably mid-season. Oscar Isaac killed it as Moon Knight. His performance was amazing, and I think that's what made the value of this go up. But yeah, this was like shocking that this one, and there's 2 that actually dropped at LA Comic-Con, but this one, 520 bucks. And in at number 9, this is a pop that I was able to secure in 2015, the one and only year I was able to attend Fun Days, and hopefully I can change that next year. But it is a red shirt Freddie Funko Stan Lee. This is one of 2. There is a blue shirt that we might be seeing later on in this video, but this is the red shirt Stan Lee. Love Stan Lee. I'm actually blessed I was able to actually meet him and get a pop signed by him. It wasn't the most pleasant experience because of the handlers. I've mentioned that before on this channel before, but I got to meet the man, Stan the man, and he signed my signature Stan Lee pop, which you can see here. But I just remember being able to walk up and look at all of the Freddie Funkos that were available that year. This was before it really picked up, and you know, social media was a big thing as far as TikTok and Instagram posting all the Freddies or the leaks. There was none of that back then. So walking up and just seeing all of the different Freddie Funkos and just telling myself, get a game plan, a strategy, I'm gonna go for this, that. I got most of the ones that I wanted, so I was happy about that, but this was one of the 2 Stan Lees that I just had to have as a huge Marvel fan. You guys see my videos, you get the Marvel. I mean, you're gonna see more Pops once I get the rest of Tour set up. But Marvel has a special place in my heart. So Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, you know, all the characters. All my favorite superheroes, my top 3 are all Marvel. It's Spider-Man, Hulk, and Wolverine. So this is a Pop that I'm definitely going to treasure forever. But this one barely beat out Moon Knight. It is currently trending at $530, just $10 more than the Moon Knight. All right, and in at number 8, I am a wrestling fan, and I had to have this. I stumbled upon this Pop. I did not know it was going to be shared. This is a con exclusive with Hot Topic. I walked in, just saw it there, and had to grab it. The 2014 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, Rey Mysterio. This was a shared exclusive with Hot Topic. Current trending value is $770. I actually was able to walk right into my Hot Topic midday, saw it just sitting there on the shelf, had to grab it. I've been a fan of Rey Mysterio as long as I've been watching wrestling. I love how he pays homage to the luchadors with his ring attire. I actually want to start collecting some of the masks. This one is one of my favorites, definitely. This is 619. All right, on to number 7. This I got in a trade. This was forever ago. I don't even remember the year, but I traded Entertainment Earth, Walter White, and Jesse Pinkman. And at the time, I think it was an even trade. I'm not sure where it's at now. We have the 2013 Hot Topic exclusive Bilbo Baggins, currently trending at $810. So as you guys saw with the honorable mention of the Legolas Pop, also Hot Topic exclusive, definitely had to add this one to the collection as well. I don't see this one in a lot of people's collections or for sale. I honestly thought like this was like a make-believe Pop or something like that if I didn't know better, because I honestly never see. Do you guys have this in the collection, or do you know anyone? Have you seen this for sale? Because this is one of the most rare Pops that I've seen for sale or in other people's collection. And I've seen a lot of people that collect Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and I never see this Pop. And all the shopping that I do, going to different conventions, going to Frank and Sons down the City Industry, and some of the small shops, you know, the toy stores there in the LA and SoCal area, I never see this one. I never see it. So it's just something weird to me. But I love it, you know, definitely have to have it. Bilbo, Frodo, Sam, Merry, Pip, 11sies. All right, so now we're at number 6, and this isn't a Pop. So technically this is not my top 10 most valuable Pops in my collection, technically, but I have to make an exception, especially for this one. But we have from Funko Fun Days in 2015, the Retro Freddy Funko as Iron Man. This was from Fun Days that I attended in 2015. The current trending value on this is $990. So this is kind of bittersweet for me. This was one of the, you know, prize patrol giveaways they just threw out. And I was able to catch like 4 Thors and able to trade for this Iron Man, which I was grateful for. And I also got Hulk, which, you know, that was like the number one I wanted. And I ended up with 2 Thors still. And I wanted to trade the last one to get Captain America, and I never was able to trade. This guy had 4, he didn't want to trade. They were spoken for. So that was the only one that I'm missing. I haven't checked the current value on that, but I'm probably gonna have to look on eBay to add that because I wanted to get all 4. But even with, you know, Iron Man dying in the MCU, the value on this didn't shoot up anymore. But $990, which this was part of one of the free giveaways, is definitely a nice, valuable piece to have in the collection. Like I said, it's not a Pop, but I mean, you gotta show love to the Retro Freddys. I'm a big fan of the Retro Freddys. They're underrated. So get one in your collection. All right, in at number 5, we're actually continuing the trend with the Fun Days, and it's another Freddy Funko. It is the Freddy Funko Deathstroke from DC Comics, and the current trending value is $1,590. So this one is up there. We're starting to get up there in price with these. There is a glow-in-the-dark variant. I was not able to get this when I did attend Fun Days in 2015, but thankfully I was able to get this. Actually, I gotten 2. And I sold it, and I wish I would have hung on to it a little bit longer. But I am still a big DC fan, not nowhere near as much as Marvel. But Deathstroke is one of my favorite DC villains. We got to see him in Arrow on CW. We got to see him in an end credit scene, which never came to fruition in the DC movies. And then of course, you know, in the comics, he's most known to be a villain for the Teen Titans. But yeah, this is actually one of the first prizes that I did get at Fun Days. I was really trying to snag the glow-in-the-dark version, and the glow-in-the-dark Jack Skellington was actually gone also, but I snagged this instead. But yeah, $1,590. It's pretty crazy. And on to number 4. This was a Christmas present back in 2014. I actually remember the trending value of this pop during that time because it was on my short list of in search of pops, and I knew it was $35. I told myself, decent price for this, definitely had to have it, but ended up getting it a little bit early for a Christmas present. This is the exclusive glow-in-the-dark Dr. Emmett Brown, currently trending at $1,810. So that is definitely a far cry from the $35 that it once was. But it's been a few years now, so I think it's because it was vaulted. I think there's not a ton of Back to the Future pops. This was one of the few Doc Browns until recently. I believe last year they had dropped the new series, and we got, you know, a couple Biff, some more Marty McFlys and Doc, of course. Back to the Future to me is the best trilogy. I know I say that as a Lord of the Rings fan. It's hard to say that as well, but I have to say Back to the Future, and I pray Hollywood never revisits and tries to reboot this because I think they're gonna do it a disservice. I would love to get the Air Mags that Marty wore, but Nike is not gonna remake anymore, so this is going to be my Back to the Future grail for now. All right, we are now at the top 3. I have the podium here. This was from last year's Box of Fun. There's actually a blue version you can actually get on Funko's website, but I love the black with the gold. But we're at number 3 now, so let's get into that next. We're getting to some heavy hitters right now. So in at number 3, we got to see the red shirt Freddy Funko Stanley. Now we get the blue shirt Freddy Funko Stanley. So this one was also from Fun Days in 2015 that I got. The trending value on this right now is $2,040, which to me, I don't think I could ever spend that much money on a pop. I know some people who have spent that much to get their grails. I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm gonna have to find some alternative. That's just way too much, I think, to spend on a pop for myself, especially being the collector I am. I love so many different licenses. So I have a ton of Marvel and Dragon Ball, Disney, movies, TV shows. It just, the list goes on. You know, I'm a huge Ninja Turtle fan, so I buy a lot of those. But this is obviously one of my prized possessions. I told you guys how I feel about Stan Lee, and to have both the red shirt Stan Lee and the blue shirt Stan Lee Freddy Funkos, I just think they look so dope together. Definitely have to get a protector to put them both in. All right, we are down to the top 2 most valuable pops in my collection. It's almost over. And this pop, I've told you guys how much I love this pop. I think I mentioned it in the last video. This is in my current favorite top 10 pops that I have. It was in my top 10 that I did on a video previously on my channel, which I'll be revisiting and doing an updated video for you guys. So I just have to go through and actually pick, which is probably the longest process. Actually, probably takes longer to figure that out than edit. But this pop, it's near and dear to me. Wore this shirt kind of on accident, but it still ended up working out. Number 2 in my collection is the Toy Tokyo exclusive Planet Arlia Vegeta. This pop was released, I believe it was at New York Comic-Con in 2014. And they did a re-release online and in store. Obviously, not in the New York area, so I had to do my best to order it online, and that was a hectic and stressful day. I believe the trending price was about $135 at the time, and I was able to get this. I spent a total of $19, and the price recently dropped a lot. I'm not sure what happened. But still, this is the number 2. It's been rotating top 1, top 2 for a while now, for the last couple years in my collection. Huge Dragon Ball Z fan. Vegeta is one of my favorite characters. I do like Vegeta more than Goku. I know that is not one of the most popular opinions, but I know a lot of people out there agree with me. He has a better character arc. He's come a long way now. But the current trending price for this Vegeta is $2,350. So I have to say, paying $19, and now that being the current value of it, is a huge win for me in my collection. The number 1 pop in my collection, value-wise, is amazing, but this, to me, is my personal grail. To be able to pay $19 for it, and the value that it has now, And it's like my go-to whenever people ask me like, what's your favorite pop, or what's, you know, one of your favorite pops. It's easy for me to go to this one and grab it. It's the Planet Vegeta. You know, any Dragon Ball fan knows, you know, this is the grail for Dragon Ball collectors. If you love Dragon Ball and you collect it, this is like the one you have to have. And a lot of people, the price is just too steep. Like I said earlier, if I didn't have this and that was the value and it was in front of me at a store, I just would not be able to justify the price to spend myself. So like I said, I am Mr. Retail. They call me Retail Ray. And I'd say about 90% of my collection, I paid retail for. You know, and I'm really proud about that because, you said, you know, I've been collecting, like I said, almost 10 years. There's times where I can stumble into a store, 6 p.m. on a Wednesday, random day, just see 2 chases sitting there. And that is unheard of nowadays. So before we get into the number 1 pop in my collection, as far as value-wise, I did want to talk about the pop version of me, if you guys see him spinning here. This was created at Funko Hollywood. You see I have my little Freddy Funko there. But recently, one of my friends actually was able to get some stickers for me. So I actually have my G logo on my hat and my Gamma Green heart on the side, the radiation heart. That was spawned from my Twitch streaming career, which I'm actually gonna be relaunching that soon. But I was like, I wanted to add a hat. You know, the Funko stickers, they're cool, but I want it to be more personal to me. So this is and I was online looking for this shirt. So you're gonna see me with this hat, with this shirt. I got black pants and I got Chucks to wear, but so shout out to my friend Trish for hooking me up with these stickers for the pop version of me. And he's kind of like my mascot, so we may have to create a name for him. So if you guys have a cool name, make sure to drop that in the comments. All right, so now this is the moment that you've all been waiting for. This is the most valuable pop in my entire collection of almost 2,000 pops, which I'm not ashamed to say. You know, we all have, you know, our vices and our obsessions. Mine just happens to be collecting everything. But the most valuable pop in my collection, of course, probably gonna be, you know, from 2015's Fun Days. And this actually wasn't immediately in my top 10 value-wise when I first got it. It just slowly crept up, made its way up the list. It was probably around 4 or 5. And then one day I just checked the app and it had overtaken Vegeta. And that's gonna be the Freddy Funko Jack Skellington from 2015's Fun Day. Current trending value is $3,460. But this Jack Skellington Freddy Funko is limited to 196 pieces. I don't think I actually said the other ones. 96 for the Stanley, and I believe the red shirt is the same, 96. Forgot that. But limited to 196 pieces. Halloween, Christmas, you name it. Tim Burton in general, I'm a big fan of. You know, Beetlejuice, obviously Nightmare. Loved the Tim Burton Batman movie as a kid. Now, I look at it a little bit differently, but you couldn't tell me anything when I was a kid. But this was another prize that I was able to secure at Fun Days. I'm probably gonna keep complaining about it until I get to go again. But being a 10-year annual pass holder at Disneyland, I love Haunted Mansion in general, but I love even more during Halloween and Christmas when they do have it themed Nightmare Before Christmas. I watched Nightmare Before Christmas probably 3 or 4 times towards the end of the year. But this pop was just so amazing. There is a variant. It is limited to 24 pieces, I want to say, and it's glow in the dark. The Freddy Jack has a different facial expression. That disappeared pretty much a month after. I believe there was a rumor someone stole them. They were taking more than they were supposed to during the prize. It was a long time ago. I could barely remember it, but you don't see too many of them in circulation. But there you have it. This is the top 3 of my top 10 most valuable pops in my collection. Love the podium. I don't use it enough, so I gotta start using it some more often. Maybe I'll do it for my other top 10s. What's a top 10 you guys would like to see? I am gonna be doing my top 10 favorites. We can do top 10 Marvel, top 10 Disney, top 10 Dragon Ball. That actually might be a good one. That might be the next one. Eventually, we'll end up doing all of them for the channel. So DC, Star Wars, heroes, villains, we'll mix it up. But let me know which one you'd be most interested in seeing. Let me know, do you have any of these pops in your collection, or are any of these your grails? If you can get your hands on any of these 10, which one would it be? But hit that thumbs up button, Hulk smash subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going to be doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and I'll be rolling out making that announcement as we get closer to that number. Make sure to follow me on socials, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all GammerX. I promise I will stop neglecting TikTok and I will make some content there. And then remember, you can get these lovely Funko Pop displays at displaygeek.com using the code GAMMA. It gets you 10% off your first purchase. But thank you for checking out the video. Be on the lookout for my updated of my personal top 10 favorite pops. Trust me, the values are going to be a lot lower than this one. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.